Hi everyone, in this video we'll be looking at how you can create an election results chart. So if you have noticed on television, once the elections are over and they start counting the votes, they show the election results in this type of a chart. So this chart shows the vote shares in terms of number of seats. The next one shows the percentage of votes. You can create all of this within PowerPoint. Before we start making this chart, let's dissect what this chart is. So if I click on this chart, you'll see that this is nothing but a donut chart that has been cut into half or made to look like it's been cut into half to take this form of a semicircle. Let's look at the data sheet of this chart. Let me pull this to the side so you can see the chart as well as the data sheet. Now we have total of 6 rows for this chart. Now this would depend on the number of parties or coalitions you have. I have gone with 5 parties and 1 other that captures rest of the parties. And for the last row I have here do not edit. Now this is the row where we are going to add up all of these parties and show that sum total here. So this is a decoy option that's required for us to maintain a semicircle like so. So you don't need to make any changes here. If I go into the edit mode for this cell, you'll notice that it has a mini formula that's just adding up all of these values above. So let's begin by creating a donut chart. So I have a new slide here. I'm going to go to insert, go to chart, locate pie chart. Under pie chart, we need a donut chart. Click OK. Let's clean up the chart a little. We don't need the title. So let me delete sales here. Close the data sheet, remove the title, remove the legend as we don't need it. We'll be adding our text manually as it gives us more control over placement and formatting in general. Let's go back up into the data sheet, right click the chart, click on edit data. Let's make this larger so we can see it. I'm going with how many parties we had. So we had 4 parties plus other. So I'm going to need 5 plus 1, so 6 rows. Let me drag our series to 6 rows like so. I'm going to start labeling our charts. And the last one is do not edit. Let's make all of these even values. So I'm going to make this, let's say 25. Let's make all of them 25 for now. And the last one can be 100. For the last row, we just need to add up all of our rows above it. So I'm going to click on this cell, say equal to, then just add up all of our cells like so. So I'm holding down Control on my keyboard, then clicking on this cell, then typing plus. Again, hold down Control on your keyboard, click on the next cell, type in plus, and so on. Once you have added up all of these cells, just hit enter. We need to rotate this chart. So double click on the chart. I'm just going to rotate our chart until we get our chart like so. Now I need to make sure that this is exactly symmetrical to a horizontal line or the horizon. So I'm just going to pull up a line from shapes. I'm just going to drag this like so. And if our chart is nicely aligned to the horizon, these 2 lines should match up with our line. I think this is looking good. Now we need to make this bottom semicircle transparent because it's just a decoy. We don't need to show any values here. Go to shape fill, click on no fill. We can also increase the size of our segments here. So click on this chart and here just decrease the hole size. So essentially we are reducing the hole here, which ends up increasing the width of our segments here. Now it's up to you how big you want this. I think I'm happy with this. The next step is to start adding values and text formatting. So I'm just going to speed this up so you don't need to watch me make these minor adjustments one by one. So here is a basic version of this chart. Now when you adapt this for your circumstances, you might encounter a few problems. So let's try and look at a few of those. So one thing you will definitely have to change is these proportions. So let's just randomly put some values. Let's put this something like 145, then this could be 43, this could be 19, here 56. I'm just putting in random numbers. In reality, these would be something similar to this. So other could be, let's say 15. The total is coming to 278. Let's round this off to 300. So increase this to 21. This could be 23. We can increase this to 145 and this can be 45. Okay, so we have a nice rounded number to 300. Change that to reflect here. As you can see, when you change the values, the positions of these numbers change. So you will have to fix those first and foremost. Second thing you will notice is our labels here. Since these are put in manually, these will have to be changed as well. Immediately you will notice that some of these segments are small, so our text might not fit here properly, but we'll try and do our best to fit them. This looks fine. Now, one caveat I have for you is if you look at these text boxes, they look curved. Now, curved text boxes in PowerPoint are notoriously difficult to work with. Firstly, getting the radius of the curvature for this text box is not a perfect science. You just have to eyeball it to get it as close to the curvature of the surface as you can. But at the end of the day, it's just an approximation. Now, if you need to make this chart multiple times, I will recommend you not use these curved text boxes and instead opt for regular text boxes and put them next to these numbers. So something like this. So here I have added the party name before the number. I'll show you how you can easily get this. So this was our original chart. We needed to get rid of these and add these party names before the number. Double click on this, and once these label options open on the right hand side, click on the category name text box. That will add your party name before the number. Now just go ahead and format these so they fit in nicely like I have done it here, and this will make sure that any edits you make to the chart will automatically get reflected into your chart. So no longer manual text editing is required in this approach. I would highly recommend this approach if you foresee using this chart over and over again. One more issue you could encounter in your work is here we had 4 parties plus other. In your example, it could be more. So let's say, for example, in between party 1 and 2, we have one more party. Now, how do we add that? Go to edit data by right clicking on the chart, select row 2. Since we need to add an option between party 1 and party 2, right click, say insert, type in the name of the party. Let's say new party. Give this a nice number so we can see. Let's make this 34. Now if you notice, I added a new value, however our total did not change. That's because the formula has not changed since the last time. So if you look at our formula, it says B2 plus B4, but there is no B3. So we will just have to add B3, which is the new row. So type in B3 plus, click enter, and you see our new total reflects the total of all these rows. Now let's reduce this back to 300. Readjust all these labels like so. This font is bigger for some reason. We need this to be 16. We also need to change the color for this new party. So go to shape fill, go with purple. Adjust its formatting. Okay, so this is how you could add values in between different values in your chart. So with that, our election chart is done. I hope you found this useful. Please leave a like and subscribe for future videos. And I will catch you next time.